Hey guys, welcome to Kitaholic Kits YouTube channel. It's Corrine here today, and I've got a 12x12 layout for you with July skits. So I've picked that black and white paper as my background, and I'm just going to lay some gesso down so I can do some mixed media with the crayons on top. I've just put a light wash on because I didn't want the gesso to really stand out and cover those crosses off, but I just wanted, some protection for the paper so it didn't warp too much. There's still some warping, but it's nowhere near as bad as it could have been. So I'm just doing the packaging technique, and it's probably one of the easiest techniques when it comes to mixed media. I've just scribbled the crayon or whatever medium you're going to use or whatever onto a bit of packaging, mixed it with some water, smushed it with my finger to break down the particles, melt them or whatever. Excuse me, and I'm just putting some water with it and smushing it on the paper. It's a really quick and easy technique if you're looking to add some mixed media to your background. And I wanted some really bright colours for this one, and because I went with the bright colours on the background, I will keep the layers and the other things on top of it more neutral coloured, I would say. So I've used that grey and triangle paper, and I'm just going through trying to figure out what colours I want now. I really love that green paper, but I didn't want to add more colour on top. It just looked like it was too much when I did that, so I'm just going to use this dark grey paper as well. It kind of just grounds the picture a little bit, and just using one of those glassine bags that some of the exclusive ephemera came in this month. I thought it made it stand off the really bright colourful background by putting that piece of glassine there, but you could still see a little bit through it. So I'm just going through the ephemera now. I picked out a few things that I wanted to use from the start, and I'm just going to fuss around with them until they're right. Don't usually do layouts like this. I tend to cluster a little bit more than this, but it suited this layout, and I think it looks good in the end. So as long as it's pleasing to my eye, I'm pretty happy. So I've just gone through and kind of ran all the ephemera down that side, and I've also added some of the chipboard pieces and some stars, and I will add a flare button soon. I really struggled with that little cluster there that I'm playing with now on the other side of the photo. I thought that Boys Will Be Boys looked the best there, but I just wanted to add something with it, and I couldn't quite figure out what, so I play around for ages, and you're lucky that I've cut most of it. So I fiddle around with tags, and then I try and find something else to go there, and in the end it just goes back to that Boys Will Be Boys, and I fiddle around a bit more with and I add a frame, and then I add a different frame, and then I turn it on an angle, and I just can't figure it out. So I'm glad in the end I just went with it and found an arrow and added that. So yeah, as you can see, I fiddled around a lot. I'm sorry, I could have cut more out, but the video is only about 7 minutes long, so I cut a fair bit out. But I find with mixed media backgrounds, you might spend a little bit more time doing the actual background, but the layouts come together pretty quickly afterwards. So I stick with that arrow, and I decide to glue everything down that way, and then I will finally move on to playing with something else, because that I'm sure I spent like 20 minutes on that, just frigging around trying to find something that would work. And I still continue, even after I finish doing that, still continue to try other things. So it's almost time. Oh, and here I am trying to see if that crown will work on either of them. And I could have, but I figured that I'd save it for a different one. So now I'm just gluing down some sequins as well. Oh no, I'm doing the little crosses first. I really like them. I've been trying to hoard them a little bit, but couldn't hoard them anymore. I needed them for this layout. Just adding a few stars as well, just to fill in those empty spots around the place, and then I will go on to add some sequins at the end. Yes. What else was I going to say? I don't know why, but it seems to be that with boy layouts or boy kits or anything, I tend to favour the mixed media as opposed to girls' ones. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's, I don't know, the bright colours or something. I really like the pop. I really like bright colours, and I tried to get them, colours that are in the background, I try to get them very vibrant, and I think it's opaque where you don't want them so see-through. I can never remember the difference. So I'm just adding some sequins now, and that will be the layout finished. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.